Don't you dare talk back to me! The words cut through the hot afternoon air like a gunshot. Officer Daniel Hayes had reached his limit. The sun was brutal, his shift had been chaos, and drivers kept testing his patience. So when a black SUV sped past the checkpoint without slowing, something inside him snapped. He stepped forward, hand raised. "Pull over! Now!" The SUV screeched to a halt just inches from him. Too close, too fast, too disrespectful. Daniel marched to the driver's side and slammed his palm against the window. "Roll it down!" The tinted glass slid down slowly. Inside sat a woman, calm, composed, and completely unfazed. That irritated him more than anything. "License and registration," he demanded. She didn't move right away. Instead, she studied him, cool, controlled. "I heard you," she said. "I just don't appreciate your tone." Daniel let out a sharp laugh. "My tone? You just blew through a police checkpoint." "I had a reason." That was it. "Step out of the vehicle," Daniel snapped. Behind him, two officers exchanged looks. The tension was building fast. The woman reached into her jacket. Daniel's hand shifted toward his holster. "Slowly," he warned. She paused, then pulled out a badge. FBI. "I'm Special Agent Renee Carter," she said. "You're interfering with a federal operation." For a split second, doubt flickered in Daniel's eyes. Then his pride took over. "Nice try," he scoffed. "Fake badges don't scare me." "It's not fake," she said calmly. "If you'd just listen, I said step out!" A small crowd began forming nearby. Phones were already coming out. Agent Carter exhaled slowly. "You're making a mistake." Those words hit him like a challenge. "A mistake?" Daniel stepped closer. "The mistake is you thinking you're above the law." "I'm not." Smack! The sound echoed across the road. Daniel's hand had already landed before his brain caught up. Silence. Agent Carter's head turned slightly from the impact. A faint mark appeared on her cheek. But she didn't shout, didn't react. She slowly turned back and looked him dead in the eyes, cold, certain. "You just ended your career," she said quietly. A chill ran through him. Behind him, one officer whispered, "Oh no." Daniel tried to recover. "I don't care who you—" Tires screeched. 3 black SUVs pulled in fast, surrounding the scene. Doors flew open. Agents stepped out, armed, precise, unmistakable. "FBI! Step away from the agent!" Daniel froze. This was real, very real. Agent Carter adjusted her jacket like nothing happened. "Stand down," she told her team. They obeyed, but their eyes stayed locked on Daniel. "You didn't just assault a federal agent," she said calmly. "You interfered with an operation we've been running for 6 months." Daniel's stomach dropped. 6 months? "What operation?" he asked. She stepped closer. "Human trafficking." His chest tightened. "And because of you," she added quietly, "we just lost our target." At that exact moment, a car sped past the checkpoint unnoticed. Gone. Daniel turned too late. Reality hit him like a truck. This wasn't just a mistake. This was catastrophic. Within minutes, everything changed. The road was sealed. Federal agents took control. Daniel stood there, no longer in charge, just a man who had crossed a line. "Step away from your weapon," an agent instructed. Daniel raised his hands slowly. "I didn't know," he muttered. Agent Carter looked at him. "That's the problem." Nearby, an agent spoke urgently into his radio. "Target escaped. No visual." Daniel closed his eyes briefly. "Because of me." His partner approached quietly. "Internal Affairs has been notified." Of course they had. Agent Carter touched her cheek briefly, then looked at him. "You're being placed on administrative leave, badge and firearm." The words hit harder than anything. Daniel removed his badge. For the first time, it didn't feel like authority. It felt like something he didn't deserve. He handed it over, then his weapon. And just like that, it was gone. 2 days later, the video was everywhere. Police officer slaps FBI agent during operation. Millions of views, endless comments. Daniel sat alone in his apartment, watching the moment replay over and over. That slap. That mistake. He couldn't escape it. His phone buzzed constantly, calls he ignored, messages he couldn't read. But what haunted him most wasn't the internet. It was her words. We lost him. Somewhere out there, that suspect was still free, because of him. That evening there was a knock at his door. Daniel hesitated, then opened it. Agent Renee Carter stood there. For a moment, neither spoke. I'm not here officially, she said. I'm here because we have a lead. Daniel frowned. And you came to me? Yes. After what I did? She didn't sugarcoat it. You made a bad decision, but that doesn't erase everything else you are. Daniel looked away. I don't even have a badge anymore. You still know this city, she said, better than my team. Silence. Then, you have a choice. Daniel exhaled slowly. Walk away, or try to fix what he broke. I'll help, he said. The redemption operation. The warehouse sat at the edge of the city, dark, quiet, but not empty. Daniel moved with the FBI team, focused, controlled. No ego this time, no assumptions, just precision. Agent Carter glanced at him. Ready? Daniel nodded. Ready. The signal came. Doors burst open. FBI, don't move! Chaos exploded, then ended just as fast. The suspect was caught. The victims were found, alive, safe. Daniel stood there, breathing hard. Something shifted inside him. Not pride, not relief, responsibility. The headlines changed. FBI captures trafficking suspect. Local officer assists. It didn't erase what happened, but it told the full story. And sometimes, that matters. Outside the station, Agent Carter met him one last time. You did the right thing, she said. Daniel nodded. Too late, but still. She gave a slight smile. Not for the people we saved. Daniel looked out at the city. His future was uncertain, his reputation damaged. But one thing was clear. He would never let his emotions control him again. Not ever. One moment of anger can destroy everything, but one decision to take responsibility can still change lives. If you were in Daniel's position, would you have reacted the same way? Or would you have stayed calm? Be honest. Drop your answer in the comments. And if this story made you think, like, subscribe and follow for more powerful stories like this.